Chad Matchett. Chad has been involved in the Vancouver theatre scene as actor, director, producer, writer, and teacher for over 30 years. He recently formed Align Entertainment with several friends and is bringing large-scale Broadway musicals to the Lower Mainland, such as Shrek and The Addams Family. Chad is also the owner and artistic director of the Lindbergh Academy of Performing Arts, where he is living a lifelong dream of not only working in the arts, but also teaching and helping encourage young people to express themselves and find their voice through musical theater and dance. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Chad Matchett.
I'm so happy I get to follow them. Chad, you have cancer. Oh, maybe I should have started with a joke. You know what? That was pretty much my reaction. But we'll start. Actually, we'll go back a little bit further than that. As Mandera said, I've always been involved in theater, and but when I got married in 1995 to my best friend, we decided, and my wife does theater as well, we decided that we should be serious. We should settle down. We should try to. This is our work life. We should try to be grown-ups about it. Figured it was time to grow up and be an adult in the real world. We'd done a fair bit, and we decided that if we wanted to do it, we were going to have to not move around and all that kind of stuff. We wanted to get real jobs and be here. So 1995 was a big year for me. I started at BC Tel, and we got married. Now, I started out as a summer temp, which most people do when they work for BC Tel, and went quite well to begin with. We worked as a customer service rep and management. We had 2 kids, Emily and Jack. We had 2 cats, Fraser and Niles. And we did theater on the side. Several years went by. It was pretty good. Started not to feel so great. Started to get very fatigued. 3.5 years later, it was finally diagnosed. Mr. Matchett, I'm sorry to tell you, you have hairy cell leukemia. I said, pardon? They said, I'm sorry, Chad, you have cancer. And I said, no, not that. I mean the name. I said, it's not devastatingly handsome cell leukemia or charmingly witty cell leukemia. It's hairy cell leukemia. I have something called hairy cell leukemia. So after about a 5-minute pity party and talking things over with my wife, and always looking on the bright side of life, we realized that even though you're looking on the bright side, it's not all unicorns and rainbows. But we decided to move ahead with the treatment. Now, I knew that I was told there was no cure, but there had very good treatment and very good results with it. 75%. 75% of the patients, it went into remission for 10 years at least. And so I decided to go ahead with the treatment, and I basically, with my hairy cell leukemia, I had my cells waxed. As you can see that. I was very lucky. I didn't get sick from it. I didn't lose my hair other than the waxing. And went back to work. Things were going pretty good. But the 2 things happened. I didn't feel fulfilled. I've been working at TELUS. The corporate grind was getting to me. And 2 things happened. I read a book called The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. And I highly recommend this book. The key question to keep asking yourself is, are you spending the time on the right things, because time is all you have? And that really struck a chord. Also, one of my coworkers handed me an article from a website called Creativity for Life. It says, who says you can't wear red shoes or purple shoes? And it was all about how adults, we lose that. We have a preconceived notion of what life is about. And whereas kids, they'll wear purple shoes, they'll wear green pants, they'll wear orange sweaters. They don't care. They just wear it because they're creative and they're having fun. So I decided to create my bucket list. And it wasn't a bucket list like I'm going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro or I'm going to skydive from the Alps or anything like that. It was, what do I want to do with my life? Well, I want to work with kids and I want to do theater. And as it would happen, you throw stuff out to the universe and things come back. A friend of mine, Lalania Lindbergh, was telling me that her sister Rochelle, who owned the Lindbergh Academy, was looking in the spring of 2009 to bring on a partner. So, talked with Rochelle, and by that fall I had quit my job at TELUS and was a partner running a theatre school. By that following spring, 2010, Rochelle had decided she'd had enough, and I became the sole owner of it. Now, we were in a number of, very subtle. We were in a number of different locations at that time, and so I decided that we needed to be a team, because that's what it's all about, is about the team. And so again, throw it out to the universe. I happened to be talking to a friend in this theater, as a matter of fact, about the fact that we wanted to build a studio. A couple of days later, he called me up and he said, Chad, I've been thinking about what you talked to me about, and I've been thinking that I'd like to invest in some real estate. So, took my little bit of money from TELUS that I had, and we pooled his money together, and we opened our studio in 2011, in January, just by IKEA there, and we have our own little studio. And all the kids are around. They're great. They have a great time. They're able to be a team. They're able to be on the same premise, not all over the place, and we have a lot of fun. My hope is to inspire the kids to bring out the best in each and every one of them. We've had some great successes. We had 7 accepted to the Capilano University postgraduate program this year in musical theatre. They go to such schools as AMDA, American Academy of Dramatic Arts, Sheridan, Grant MacEwan, Ryerson, all over the world. You know what I'm most proud of, though? Our kids, they don't care what school they come from, how old they are. We have kids from 3 to 18. They're all part of a team. We double cast all of our shows so kids understand what it's like to be a lead as well as be in the ensemble. They understand that being a team means it doesn't matter if you're an actor on stage or you're in the booth or you're sweeping the stage or you're doing costumes. It's all part of a team, and that's what's important. Slides are going very fast. Of course, I couldn't have done all of this without my team, my most favorite team. I've been married for almost 20 years to my best friend, Aaron. And unfortunately, they're not here with me tonight because they're all doing shows. My daughter is a first-year university student at Capilano University, and my son is looking at postgraduate studies in stagecraft as well. So it's been really great for us. Theatre has offered us an opportunity to all work together and to be together. And that's what it's all about. So thank you very much for the opportunity, and have a wonderful evening.